SVG's Jason Dachman. We are here at the Esports Production Summit in Los Angeles, and our keynote here was Riot Games, and we're super excited to have Allyson Gormley from Riot. Allyson, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys just presented on the Remote Broadcast Center powered by AWS, originally known as Project Striker. We've talked about it a lot in the SVG Esports community. Let's start with the basics. What is the RBC model? How does the RBC work?
So we currently run our esports broadcasts for Riot Games through our two RBCs, both Dublin and Seattle. Dublin came online in July 2022, and in November 2023 we brought on Seattle, which has seen it go through its crawl, walk, run phase, as we would say, in terms of getting up to be technically clean and sound to where we feel comfortable for doing the likes of a big broadcast global show for us that we do at Riot.
Excellent. So it's up and running in Seattle. It's a number one, gorgeous facility, but number two, the back end is just extremely powerful, and you guys put it into action in August. Tell us a little bit about that first big show that you put the Seattle RBC at.
Yes, so Seattle's global event debut was, as I said, for Valorant Champions coming out of Seoul, out of Seattle, 4-week-long run, super clean show. Shout out to our engineering team there, led by Michael Ulaki. But I think it was a lot of the learnings we were able to garner from 2 years of Dublin being a well-oiled machine and being up and running, get ahead of a lot of that. That meant we had a pretty small ramp up to get to where we had that terms of technicality being right on where we needed it to be. Off the back of that, we went into planning a lot of what we've got planned for 2025, whether that be with our North American team that are now doing a North-South conference for League of Legends, but they're also obviously innovating on what's possible for their Valorant product. And then we also, last weekend, had an exciting moment for us on actually doing the live broadcast of the Twitch stream for Arcane Season 2. And then as we go through to the end of the year, we also have a Spotlight mixed gender event coming out of LA for Valorant, and we have TFT Macau coming out of the Seattle facility. So lots still to do before the year's out.
Sure, and that's kind of the point of the Remote Broadcast Center model, is this is sustainable. So Riot anticipates, continued growth. We're going to see more esports, more events, more competitions. This overall esports ecosystem hopefully will continue to grow. That's not sustainable with a series of one-offs. Now, with the Remote Broadcast Center in Seattle and Dublin, you guys are prepared for whatever might come down the line, right?
Yeah, and I think we've gotten our workflows to a place that's what we feel is pretty sustainable, and it's a rinse and repeat. Dublin in particular is a well-oiled machine at this stage, a real built-out muscle that has like 5 out of 6 control rooms going at one time. But now we're looking as to how we can improve almost further integration as to what we do at site at different tiers of shows. Yes, we have the S tier, which are the big tier 1 global events, but also looking at how we can push those boundaries and innovate in the spaces for like our tier 2s or our big moments for our regions. So whether that be their end of split road shows or whatnot, and that definitely the RBC unlocks that, but it's like, how can we even look at what tech we're using now at the venues and at the sites to further refine that, and then literally take the RBC to the next level to help them.
Well, it's been an amazing journey to see this grow from Project Striker to RBC powered by AWS, and now we're excited to see what's coming next. Allyson, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
For more news from the SVG Esports Production Summit in Los Angeles, stay tuned to sportsvideo.org, the SVG YouTube page, and SVG Play.